What up, guys? So we already went through the IP tester and I showed you how to run it with the fixture. But now I'm going to show you how to use the IP tester application. You can find this download on our Elation website, and you just have to search like IP tester and it should be under downloads. Um, Specifically, I want you to know how to update a profile onto the IP tester. That's what's most important to me. But you could also run a test using the application, and you could also update the IP tester, which I'll run through as well. So here I have my IP tester and my computer. You can see that I have it connected through USB. I have the IP tester plugged in to get powered on. So let's power it on. So once you open up the IP tester app, you'll see on the top left, there's setup project and open project. Setup project will pretty much run the IP test on whatever fixture you choose to run it on. And then open project is to open a past test that you've saved that you want to check again. So let's pretend we have a Proteus beam on hand, and let's set up a project and IP test it. So I'm going to select the Proteus beam, and on the right side, you could see that there's all the values. You see that there's a picture, the fixture name, unit, targets, hold time, so on and so forth. If you ever need to change something, you could also change it from here. We'll go on to it a little bit later when I show you how to actually make a profile. So let's go ahead and set up the project using the Proteus beam, and it opens up a graph. Since I don't actually have a Proteus beam connected to it, it's not going to actually test anything, but you'll see what it kind of looks like. So you could see that we have on the bottom left a manual test and an auto test, and we're going to go ahead and just run the auto test on it, and so I can show you what it looks like. So let's get out of there and move on. So open project, you select it, it's going to open the browser window, and then you select an old project so you could see what the graph looked like when you tested it the first time. Now you have update. Update is going to open a little window, and then it's going to ask for the GSD file. And if you do have the update for the file, you go ahead and browse for it in your computer and then update it. So let's say we want to upload a profile into the IP tester. And since we've been using the KL-PAR IP compact OPS, let's go with that. So first you're going to go to the blank, and here you're going to have a little side window that opens up that's going to give you a bunch of options. So here you could import a photo of the unit. You got your fixture name, so let's name it. It's going to be KL-PAR IP compact OPS. And then you choose your unit. In this case, I'm just going to use KPA because it was a nice even number when we looked it up. And so the high is going to be at 23. And then the minimum is going to be 20. And then the hold time is going to be 15. And then just the same thing in the negatives for this. And it'll automatically put it in the negatives for you, so you don't really have to worry about that. And then 15. So here you have everything. It doesn't matter if it's KPA or PSI, whatever you're using on the IP tester, it's going to translate it to. So you don't really have to worry about it. So that's why I'm inputting it in KPA, and later it'll translate into PSI. So we could save it. Now I have it saved right here. I didn't put a picture. You could put a picture. It's completely up to you. Then what we're going to do is upload. So select upload. It's going to say upload successfully. So we could run here into the personality and go into fixture. You see that we have our upload. It's not going to have the whole name just because it's a little too long. But if we enter and go into it, you could see that since our IP tester is in PSI, it has all the values for the PSI. Like always, I hope this helps, and make sure to check out Elation's forums.